Welcome to the party. I'm glad you're here. We about to dive straight into it. First, all you people out there with these good hearts, big hearts, who don't want to cause harm to somebody else, think about this. If somebody filed a tax return in your name and they added all these extra credits and BS to get you this maximum blown up ass refund, when the IRS spins the block in a little while and come back to collect on what the fuck they wasn't supposed to give you, you're going to be held liable for it. So if you know for a fact you did not authorize somebody to file your taxes, you did not go to school, you don't have solar panels, you don't have no gambling winnings or losses amongst all these other credits that they add on in order to boost your return, I need you to follow these steps. If you did not authorize someone to file your taxes, I need you to follow these steps. If you went to someone for a quote and they didn't give you a quote, they just filed it and then hit you with a "I don't do quotes," I need you to follow these steps. All that soft hard shit go out the window, because you shouldn't be taking any hits based off what another motherfucker did. Thank you. First things first, if somebody filed a tax return on your behalf and you did not give them permission to, you need to call the IRS off rip. Don't say, oh, you're going to wait and see what the IRS does. No. Don't say, oh, well, next year I'm not going to go back to them. They got me this year, but I ain't going to. No, fuck that. You don't need to deal with no repercussions that could come behind it. You're going to call the IRS, 1-800-829-1040, and you're going to report that somebody filed taxes without your permission, and you need them to flag your account. Off rip. Flag your account. So of course they're gonna flag it in whatever process it is that they go through. You be willing and ready for them to flag it and wait, versus receiving a bullshit refund and then having to deal with the repercussions later on down the line. Or at least I would. It's up to you. I'm just giving you the steps. After you call the IRS, you're going to submit IRS Form 14039, which is an identity theft affidavit. All these forms, any contact numbers, if you forget or don't want to rewind the video, will be on the irs.gov website. Form 14039, the identity theft affidavit, you're going to complete it and you're going to notify the IRS that somebody has committed identity theft. And that's exactly what it is. If you went for a quote and they filed it anyways, that's identity theft. If you didn't give a signature, that's identity theft. Why? Great. While you're filling out this form, you're going to include a copy of your ID and you're going to send it in. For those of y'all who want a faster expedited, I won't be overnight that shit to the IRS. Point, period, blank. Overnight it. You can put it in regular mail if you can't afford overnight, but overnight, get that there. After you submit that form, you're going to call into the taxpayer advocate, the IRS advocate hotline, and you're going to request an advocate. The reason you're requesting an advocate is because the IRS can sometimes take their own sweet time when it comes to addressing and identifying these situations, whatever. An advocate will be someone who can help speed up that process. A lot of y'all know when your taxes get held up for identity verification, income verification, whatever the case is, you call the advocate hotline. They'll put you on there. Somebody will help you get through your tax situation. Call them, 1-877-777-4778. Now, while you're doing all of this, you need to gather all of your evidence, your receipts, any communications, any emails. If somebody told you that they had a portal for you to be able to go in and sign something and you never received it, you need to be able to prove that. You need to be able to prove that you did not get that portal. I know it's a lot of motherfuckers saying, oh, you'll get it in the portal or you'll get your paperwork. Y'all don't get paperwork, you don't get portals, you don't get nothing. You give them your information, they run off the deep end with your shit, and then you stuck on the back end trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, why a motherfucker playing. And listen, brief intermission real quick. If a motherfucker is threatening to sue you after you gave them your information and they did motherfucking wrong, you don't bury down, you don't back down, you stand 10 toes and look that motherfucker in the face and say, sue me. Fucking sue me. Because while you over here drafting up this frivolous ass lawsuit, I'm gonna be dealing with the IRS putting your motherfucking ass behind fucking bars. Point, period, blank. That's what you tell them. So after you get your documents and evidence and all of that, because trust me, the IRS will be in contact. They are going to want to know who is out here doing tax fraud. Who is out here filing these bogus ass credits? Who is out here calling themselves a tax preparer, but you use a motherfucking TurboTax and TaxSlayer to file other people's shit? And you want to know why they doing that? Because they don't want to put their name on it. A lot of y'all, and I'm just going to put this out here, I ain't going to get too specific in this YouTube video because I hate to have to break a couple ankles or some shit. But a lot of y'all are going to tax preparers who are using free softwares. Free softwares to file y'all shit, so therefore it's filed with your name. It's gonna look like you did it, but they did it. And then they put in whatever bank account information. If it ain't your bank account information, it's theirs. If it's not going through an actual software where you can communicate with your tax preparer, you are more than likely being fucked over. You are more than likely being messed over, hands down. And another thing, you cannot get an EFIN number if you are a felon. Now, you can submit a petition to have them reconsider. You can get your record expunged and then go and get one. But if you are a convicted felon, I know this. That's why I can only get a P10. I can't get an EFIN number. I have an application sitting there denied. I ain't even filling out another one. And I'm a petty felon. So imagine if a motherfucker is going to jail for drugs. A motherfucker is going to jail for assault with a deadly weapon. A motherfucker is going to jail for guns. A motherfucker is going to jail for robbery. A motherfucker is going to jail for all these hardcore ass motherfucking felonies. You can't get an EFIN, and if they told you they have one, it doesn't belong to them. Point, period, blank. So look, when people be saying, oh, they be watching you on Facebook, motherfuckers be watching, watch what you post, watch how you move. When all these motherfuckers be out here talking about all the crimes that they done committed and shit. And granted, I talk about my crimes, but I ain't out here doing taxes. I know how to do them. I sure do. I'm under one of the best in the motherfucking field, but I'm not doing them. No, I'll promote and send you somewhere where I know for a fact you gonna get your bread. If a motherfucker's out here talking about they done been to jail, and they done did all of this, and they this time felon, but they making it, they do not have an EFIN. And we just gonna hope and pray that they have a P10, but if they have a P10, they're working under somebody else, you can still have access to a portal, you'll still get your paperwork so you can sign it. And there's a due diligence form that every tax preparer is supposed to give their customers, their clients, that they're supposed to put their signature on to give you the green light to transmit their return. If you haven't put your signature on anything, you need to be calling the IRS and you need to be reporting them. So anyways, when they file your tax return, it's gonna go through the motions. It's gonna go through whatever while you're doing what you're doing. You can check your tax transcripts online. You can check it online to see what it is that they filed, the fees that they're talking about, and the banking information. Now, another thing that people get a little weary of is, oh, the bank account information don't match when I check. When you're going through a tax preparer, the banking information that's supposed to be on there belongs to the bank that will be processing and then sending. So let's just say you go through a tax preparer. They charge you $500 to do your tax return, right? When they submit it through their software, the banking software, whether that be, damn, they ain't even on my brain cells. The banking software that tax preparer uses will put their bank information on your tax return to transmit, but on the original one that they're filling out, it will always have yours. So once it comes from the IRS to the tax preparer office, they get their fees. Santa Barbara, damn, Refundo, all of them have your banking information. So after their fees are taken out, the rest is pushed directly to your bank account, unless you ask for a check and then you go pick up your check from your tax preparer. So that is a small discrepancy, but keep in mind, if you never received anything from a portal that they saying you're supposed to have, baby, they are filed with a free software. And if that bank account information don't match yours, it's probably theirs, and you ain't gonna see nothing. You ain't gonna see nothing. Paperwork is key. All right, cool. So after you check your transcripts, it's these braces. I'm literally finna pull these off. After you check it and you see what's going on and you see the BS that is happening, if you're in one of these icky situations, now you have further proof. Save that to your phone. Say if they tell you, oh, I'm only charging you $500, but you check your transcripts and all of this other BS, whatever, and it says that, oh, the preparer fee is X amount of dollars, save that. Report that. Get them up out of that. Number 6, you can report your issue to the Treasury Inspector General. You can file a complaint with them at 1-800-366-4484. Or you can go online to report the unauthorized action. So there's multiple steps that you can take in order to prevent these tax people from taking from you. Hands down. A lot of these tax preparers, and I know a few integral, like my girl Kayla, she good. Kayla Hootel, she real good. And that's one off the top of my head. But y'all know I'm always put Whitney first. She's really good. There are a lot of integral tax preparers, but there's a lot of bullshitters who see that the tax industry is a really good field for you to make money in, them motherfuckers just want to take advantage of you. That's it. They just want to take advantage of people in sad situations. That's what I'm going to say. Sad situations, and they want to benefit off of it. You never see a scammer trying to go after somebody who has some status, somebody who has more knowledge in the field. They always going after the people who's always complaining about, oh, I can't pay my rent, or oh man, I can't feed my kids today, or oh, I need some groceries. They're always going after those who are vulnerable and really need help, because they know that if they paint it, dress it up, and make it look good, these people are gonna go with them. Point, period, blank. There's not too many people in the world that are very open and transparent about what the hell is going on, that'll leave you with the decision on the floor to decide if you want to go left or right. No, they're going to play on your vulnerability, and they're going to, oh, we're doing no kids, no W-2s, you can get 11,000 back. How? Ask yourself these questions. If I didn't work, I don't have no kids, I don't have a side hustle, all I get is food stamps, elderly people Medicaid, and then I'm staying on housing, how the fuck are they gonna get you this money? Y'all be out here with SSI checks and shit and be getting $11,000, $12,000 refunds, and then you're gonna be wondering why they snatching your housing. Now you gotta start paying full-blown rent. They snatching your food stamps. Now you gotta figure out how to make money to go get groceries. Now you ain't got Medicaid. Now you at the ER every time your motherfucking back hurt because you can't go see a general doctor. Come on. We have to start using the context clues. We have to start recognizing the red flags. I'm not in no way trying to belittle or shatter anybody. I just want you to be well versed in what's going on. The world is crumbling. It's getting sick, and motherfuckers just don't care. Motherfuckers don't care to be transparent and open about it. Look, if you gonna do tax fraud, do it, but let the people know you're doing it. Look, you ain't got no kids, you ain't got no W-2, but I can do a couple of things and da da da. I just want you to know. So if the shit happen to come back, you're gonna have to pay this shit back. Or if the shit come back and they put you in jail for a year, I just want you to know what's going on. And there's some motherfuckers out there that will say, oh, you're cool, I ain't tripping. Shit, you give me 30 bands back, I ain't mad. I go lay down for a year. You're transparent and you're open about it. Now y'all are on the same page, so therefore when the motherfuckers come knocking, they ain't snitching on the tax preparer. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not telling nobody to do that. I don't think nobody should go lay down for a year. I don't think it's that damn serious to be out here trying to defraud the IRS. There's so many other motherfuckers that you could go and fraud D. You get what I'm saying? But whatever. After you report that to the Inspector General and do all of the whatever not is going on, if your return is processed and it's unauthorized, if your return is processed and you can still amend it by filing Form 1040X. Just an amendment. An amended return with the correct information. So for those of y'all out there who said, oh, I went for a quote, but I still have more dependents, I have more W-2s, if it's already processed and they don't stop it beforehand or catch it beforehand, just file an amended return. Go to somebody reputable. Try and file it yourself. Whatever. Get your tax advocate to help you. File an amended return with all your W-2s, all your dependents. Let them know you don't have any of that other BS that's going on. If there's any on your return, push it through and then allow the 6 to 8 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks, however long the IRS is taking now, to get back to you with a paper check. Cool. Now, to prevent future issues like this from occurring, because yes, a lot of people say, oh, y'all can just file it for free. There's not a lot of people that's knowledgeable in filing taxes. I'm gonna just say it like it is. There's not a lot of people are scared because the IRS can be a scary situation. The IRS can be like, shit, I owe them money from OnlyFans. I'm not scared of them. I'm just file the form and we'll handle it there. But worst case scenario, I know I made the money, so I know I gotta give you the money. So you may owe money. Don't let that scare you, because bullshit that these tax preparers do, you could easily just report it. The IRS will fix it and you just gone on. An amended return could simply fix it. If it ain't too complex, if they ain't put all these fucking credits on your shit and got you out there looking all fucking crazy and shit. Damn. So you a homeless foreign migrant worker with solar panels, fuel credits, and you own, come on. It just doesn't make sense. Come on, bro. And then y'all be out here like, man, I was on housing, bro. I went to this freaking tax preparer. She did me so bad. You shouldn't have fucking went and filed taxes with a motherfucking ass being on housing. And in fact, if you're on housing, you can only work a maximum of 20 hours a week. So why the fuck did you think you was getting $11,000 back? With one kid? Lord, like I said, to prevent all of these from happening in the future, if you happen to run into this issue, get you a VPN. It's an identity protection pin, meaning it needs to be, that pin needs to be inputted every year before your tax return is filed. That's where you find somebody you trust, give them that pin. But if I'm not mistaken, that pin may change every year. If you have an IP pin, they will send it in the mail. You give that to your person. Find you one person you trust, one person you ain't gonna do you damn bad, Fast File Express, and give them your information and let them do the work. Stop going to these janky ass fucking tax preparers. There's so many people in my inbox this year saying, Shrell, can you promote me? And I did sign a contract to promote for a company, yes. But, you know what I'm saying? I can't promote the bullshit. If I see your flyer janky and you floating in mid-air on your shit, I'm not promoting it. I don't even want to look at it. I'm probably going to block you. You get what I'm saying? If I see you talking about, oh, I can get you the match, you don't fuck with a real nigga, I'm not fucking with that. I'm so big on integrity because I've been very unintegral for a very long time of my life. I've been fucked over. I've screwed over some people. You get what I'm saying? So be careful, man. Be careful. That's all I'm so worried and concerned, and it's only the black people doing it to other black people. You get what I'm saying? Because us as people, we're ignorant to the fact. I won't call anybody dumb or slow. We have the lack of knowledge when it comes to this. But fret not, don't worry. I'm here. I don't mind doing an expose. But an expose can only go so far when you don't take any real preventative measures, any real post-preventative measures, any real steps to ensure that this shit does not keep going on. I just keep seeing people, they ain't gonna give me next year. No, bump that. Now you paying $7,500 talking about they ain't gonna get you next year. No, fuck that. Do what you need to do to make sure that the person who did this to you is held accountable. And last but not least, before I end this video, you can file a criminal complaint. You can press charges on this person. And the only way you're gonna succeed is first you must make the IRS aware. 1-800-829-0433. The IRS Criminal Investigation Division. They investigate criminal tax fraud, identity theft, and fraudulent filings. So if you feel like somebody done did something, you ain't gave them permission, you feel like you've been manipulated into filing taxes because of what somebody was promoting, and then once you did it, it was the complete opposite, follow those steps and contact the IRS. And then after that, call the criminal division and file charges on that ass. Point, period, blank. I'm 100% sure the IRS would rather deal with the motherfuckers out here making their life hard versus coming after innocent people and these people crying and on the phone trying to figure out how the fuck am I going to give you this money when I entrusted this shit to somebody else who claimed to be a professional. Don't be scared. In my next video, I'm going to quickly explain to you how to fill out a Form 211. That is basically, I won't even call it a snitch form. It's a whistleblower form to the IRS. So the gang of people, it's several tax companies. Unlimited Taxes has been high on the charts. There's a gang of people from all different companies talking about how they've been taken advantage of. The IRS Form 211, the whistleblower form. As long as you have your receipts, and all y'all can gang up together and submit all the receipts under one form, or y'all can submit multiple forms with multiple receipts. I think it'll hit a lot better if there was one person that filed one form and put all the receipts. Imagine submitting the form and then you got 500 receipts of this person doing fraud. 500 receipts of this person filing your taxes unauthorized. You're gonna make a change. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid or anything like that. For those of y'all who have been affected, if you follow these steps, you'll be A-okay. And remember, IP pins. Get you an identity protection pin. You, your kids, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, every motherfucking body. I can't say that on TikTok, on YouTube. I've been cussing this whole time. I gotta bleep these out. Stop letting these people take advantage of y'all, because I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it. It's not that hard. Call the IRS and let these people know some bullshit going on. Get that handle. I'll see y'all in the next video where I teach y'all how to fill out that Form 211.